As followers of Christ, how important is it to have a good reputation? Does it matter? Or is it okay for us to think, we don't care what anyone thinks about us? That's a slippery slope because let's consider Acts chapter 4 with a man named Joseph. Acts chapter 4, verse 36, it says, "And Joseph, who was also named Barnabas by the apostles, which is translated son of encouragement, he was a Levite of the country of Cyprus." So this man name was Joseph, but they started calling him Barnabas, which is translated son of encouragement. So think about it. He was such an encouraging person that they called him Barnabas, meaning son of encouragement. Now imagine how important his reputation was because of what he did in Acts chapter 9. Starting in verse 26, talking about Saul after he had been converted. It says, Saul come to Jerusalem. He tried to join himself to the disciples. I take that to mean he tried to join himself to the church there in Jerusalem, the disciples of Christ there in Jerusalem. He says, but they were all afraid of him and did not believe that he was a disciple. But Barnabas took him and brought him to the apostles and declared to them how he had seen the Lord on the road and that he had spoken to him and how he had preached boldly at Damascus in the name of Jesus. So he was with them at Jerusalem, coming in and going out. Paul was able to join himself to the church there in Jerusalem because of Barnabas and Barnabas's good reputation, where Barnabas vouched for Saul. So we as Christians, that's one example of how having a good reputation can be important. We can help further the gospel of Christ by us having a good reputation. Hopefully, that is something that we care about. It needs to be. And we can help spread the gospel of Christ more by our example, having a good reputation. Jesus speaks of this in Matthew 5:16, where he tells us to let others see our good works, that they may glorify our Father in heaven. So others should be able to see us, see our love, see our good works, and glorify our Father in heaven. So that's a part of having a good reputation. You want to study more about this? We'd be delighted to. Please let us know. Give us a call, 843-553-5157, or you can email us at letthebiblespeak843@gmail.com.